Hi guys, welcome back to another recipe episode of In the Kitchen with Sandy, and today we are making broccoli rice, cheddar broccoli rice casserole, broccoli and cheese rice casserole. I don't know how to say it, but I know how to make it. That's what's important. So that's what I got going on today. I wanted something comforting, and again, I love casseroles. I love like one pot meals, what have you. So this is what we're going to throw together today. First thing I want you to do is preheat your oven to about 350 degrees. Very simple. You know I always keep it simple here in my kitchen. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be using just as soon as I get a drink of my tea. I talk so much my mouth gets dry. But I've got a pot here, a small pot here, medium-sized pot. And we're going to just kind of heat up our liquids first before we mix everything together. But I'm using some cream of mushroom soup, or you can use cream of chicken. I like cream of mushroom soup. I prefer it. It gives a nice different flavor. We're going to also use some chicken stock. This recipe comes together so quick, and it's so easy, and it's so delicious. If you wanted to add some chicken to it, you can definitely add some chicken to it. Make it a meal for your kids, for your family. You could definitely add some chicken to it if you wanted to. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn my my stove on slightly less than medium, because you don't want any of this stuff to burn, scorch, or what have you. Add into this pot here my chicken stock. And I'm going to add this entire can. Plus we're going to add just a little bit of milk as well. And this can is 14.5 ounces. And then we're going to use this whole can of cream of mushroom soup. Like I said, if you wanted to use cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom, what else is there? You could use any of those. But I just like the diversity with the mushrooms in it as well. We're going to add about a half to 3/4 cup of milk. And the reason why you're adding so much liquid is because I said so. No, that's not the reason. If you put the liquid in there, you know, the more liquid in there, it's going to cook the rice, and it's also going to, it's just going to ensure that you're going to have a creamy dish. So I've got 2 tablespoons of butter here. We're going to add that in there, and you're going to also add some cheese. Now if you're using the bigger dish, you're going to want to use a little bit more, but you know, you can always eyeball it. I'm also going to use some cheddar cheese as well, but I'm going to use that on top of the casserole. Alright, we're just going to melt the cheese in there, and I've also got this is 1 clove of garlic that I've just kind of roughly chopped. I'm going to add that in there as well. And we're going to add some minced onions. I like to use the minced onions in this because I like the oniony flavor. I use about a tablespoon of that. It's going to add a nice flavor. And we're just going to stir this together until the cheese starts to melt nicely. You can go ahead and add your pepper in now. Nice little, you know, about a half teaspoon of pepper, and just a little bit of salt. Not a lot of salt because, you know, your chicken stock already has salt in it. So just continue to whisk this together until the cheese is all nice and melted. Alright, I'm going to pour the melted cheese sauce into my bowl here. And then I'm going to add my broccoli. This is slightly less than a half of the head of the broccoli, and then I just cut up small like that, as you can tell. I'm going to toss that in there. And this is about 2 cups of rice. It's going to go right in there as well. And you're just going to give that a stir. It smells so delicious. That was almost perfect amount. You guys gotta trust me on this. I know you're thinking it looks awful liquidy. You have to trust me on this. Wait until this comes out of the oven. Perfect. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 35-45 minutes. I'll let you know the exact time when we're done. We're gonna take it out about 10 minutes before it's done, and we're gonna sprinkle some more cheese right on top of it, the shredded, either sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, whatever you prefer. I will let you know the exact time when it comes out, and this is gonna be amazing. All right, I just pulled this out of the oven. It's been baking for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna top it with some cheddar cheese here. Just gonna top it off here, and then we'll put it back in for about another 5 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and bubbly. And we're gonna let it rest for about 10 minutes, and then we are gonna cut into it. All right, y'all, look at that amazing, cheesy broccoli rice casserole. I don't know why I can't seem to say that, but I can't. Look how it's set up. It's set up really nicely, not a bit runny. It's nice and creamy. Wait, just you wait, see. But it was in the oven for about 35 minutes, 350, 375. I pulled it out and put the cheese on top of it and baked it for an additional, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. So we are going to serve this up. Look at that. Are you getting the gist of that? Look at that. Look how nice. And I'm going to show you this. See all that liquid that we used to make this. Cooked that rice perfectly. The rice was not cooked before we put it in there, remember that. So it cooked to perfection. Look at that. Olivia is like standing behind me waiting. This casserole looks absolutely amazing, and look at the beautifulness of this. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could add some chicken into this, if, you know, to make it like a complete meal, or you know, whatever you wanted to do. But you know, I gotta take a bite of this. I've let it sit here and rest for about 10 to 15 minutes, so I don't burn my little tongue. It's still hot. It's so hot still. It's really good. I used, my broccoli was not cooked beforehand. Some people like to blanch broccoli first. If you want to do that, you can. The amount of time that this baked in the oven, the broccoli still has just a little tiny bite to it. It's still just, you know, just a little, it's not mushy at any way, shape, or form. So it's still, it's holding up its shape just the way I like it. You gotta try this soon. This is perfect for any night of the week, lunch, dinner. If you want to make it for breakfast, make it for breakfast. You know I love you guys so very much. I hope you like this recipe. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Take care. Okay, another 20 here. Bye. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to another recipe episode of In the Kitchen with Sandy, and today I am going to share with you a recipe for a broccoli and rice, cheddar broccoli, cheese and broccoli and rice casserole.
Bluetooth ready, waiting for device connected.
You never know what's going to happen here.